There is no future in your past. None. Oh my gosh, I think I have totally been misunderstood. There are a few people that have commented over a period of time about it. Most of them really good, but some of them I think are totally misunderstood. And also, I even think some other creators may have misunderstood. So I thought, let's have this conversation. So in a second, if you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Liedy. I'm in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Absolutely pouring rain here in Vancouver today. Can you hear all the traffic? I live really close to a busy street. Welcome to my channel. I appreciate you being here. All my regular subscribers, how are you? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. All right. So what's going on? Well, you heard me about there is no future in your past. I'm also going to read a comment from one of my subscribers, and I'm going to talk about that too. And she wants to know a little bit of wisdom in the aging process. And I think it is wisdom. I think probably more life experiences. You know, the longer we live, the more experiences we get to have. And then I guess if we, depending on how you analyze those experiences or what you take away from them, on whether I'm going to put them in a category of wisdom or not. Because I have to say, even as a 74-year-old, boy, can I goof up sometimes. So, you know, life for me continues to be a huge learning process. It's like I still feel like I am in the classroom of learning life. And you know what? It's the learning part that keeps you alive. But anyway, let me read Shelley's comment and then my answer back to her. And she says, I would love to know more about aging. I will be 62 this year. Damn, how did I get there? Wasn't I just 25? Looking forward to more of your wisdom. That's nice. I love it. Wisdom. Okay. And then she also goes quickly. She said, would I be willing to share the details about my bedding? Because this was left on one of the videos where I talk about castor oil. So I think she wants to know the bedding that I have, that I'm not experiencing the stains and so forth. And I will do that. So my answer back to Shelley was, Shelley, I totally get it. One day I was, I think, about 55, and my body ran a race. I think it was the 100-yard dash. I won. I'll be 74 in 18 days. So that was yesterday. And so and that's exactly how I felt. It was just like one day I was 55 and my body went, oh my gosh, look at that race. Let's just get in that. Let's just go. And it ran the race. And then all the other stuff like here had to catch up and go there. And it was just that's how I feel. It just kind of happened. I unknowingly ran a race that I'm not at the finish line. I'm far from it. But it's kind of a shock to know that I'm actually here. Okay, so the reason I wanted to talk to this is I know many of you have asked me, you know, that the aging process and so forth. First of all, it's personal. Everything I'm going to share with you is totally personal. But it's really interesting because, and it kind of, I did actually explain myself, but I've had a couple of viewers who felt very, I guess maybe not heard or seen, or they thought it was I think one of them even said it was very insensitive and disrespectful of me to use to be saying there is no future in your past. Unfortunately, I'm thinking, actually, some of you came and explained it to her. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. When I talk about when there is no future in your past, it's not the good stuff. I normally say, take all the good memories and take all the lessons that you've learned. You bring that with you. That's the wisdom stuff. You bring that. Don't let that go. When I say that, and you know, it was really interesting because I think some creators picked up on that too. And they were saying, you know, like that somehow saying there is no future in your past doesn't mean that you pick a wonderful memory you have with a loved one that you treasure in your heart and that you maybe put in a picture frame or whatever. You don't disregard that. That's wonderful. Those are things that you build on. Those are the things that make you stronger and better. Those are the things that give you hope. So that is not what I meant. And it certainly isn't about if you've lost a loved one. One of my very favorite pictures, and this is where I go to the personal, is of my dad and I. And it was actually at a reception for Bill and I. And I love that picture of my dad and I. My dad's gone. I had a very difficult past. My dad gave me what he could, but couldn't do much. His hands were tied. Even though I've got some really bad stuff about all of that, there's some wonderful memories there. You bring that with you. Even though he's gone, he's been gone for over 30 years. But oh my gosh, this is not about forgetting people that you love and you treasure that are no longer with you. So when I say there is no future in your past, I'm talking about the things that have broken your heart, the things that you just can't get over, the things that, it's like, I'm talking about the things it's like getting served the same bowl of oatmeal morning, noon, and night and try to regurgitate it. Eat it. Think about it. Eat it. Here it is again. It's gagging you. It's like, really? That's the stuff that's like where you're feeling it is just taking the life out of you. I'm talking about the stuff that is holding you back from being fabulous, from living your life, for enjoying life. It's personal. But then I really started thinking about it. Because I know, of course, you know me, I always like to do a little research, but then the flip side of that is I'm going, well, these are just all people's opinions. And so this is my thing. There's nothing wrong with watching people or listening to people, what their thoughts are and what their opinions are, and then you pick your very favorite line or the very favorite word out of there, and then you take that with you. Just because somebody else said it or that's what they're doing, that doesn't mean it's golden. That's not what it is. You pick something that's going to work for you. What's applicable to where you want to go? And I am not, now that's pretty obvious now. I know you guys know me pretty well. I'm not that melancholy kind of sit back person. I dig my teeth in. I still love to, if I see a seminar that's really interesting and I think I can learn something, I want to go. Because you know what? My body might be 74. I don't know. I think I'm 53, maybe 55. I think that's where I'm at. I still want to discover the world, and I want to see how it looks for me at 74. And it's incredible. It is. So, it is really important. I have a Bible. I do. And you know what? In this, I have all the wonderful people in my life that are no longer here. These are people that, it's sad that they're gone, but I know they walked their journey. I mean, life is eternal. Then, you got to be strong. Now, my belief of eternal might be a little different than yours. I believe probably a little bit more of, the God that lives within me and, the collective consciousness of the universe. But yes, you take what you need. Take what you owe. And I've heard, oh my gosh, you guys, the power of the subconscious mind. These are the things that I thrive on in order to be more and better at any age. Doesn't matter. It depends. Attitude is everything. Oh, Tuesdays with Maury. This is incredible. It's a story of an old man and a young man and life's greatest lessons. This is so much fun. Step into your moxie. Younger women, but that's okay. You know what? I learn a lot from younger women. And then a very good friend of mine, a YouTube friend, said to me, Liedy, you need to get this book, when I was going through a really down period, and I shared it on YouTube, and she told me to get this book, and it changed everything. I have a gratitude bottle. It's only over and sad if you decide. And in this beautiful book that I got from my girlfriend, and I love this saying, it says, the best times ever because it was with you. It could be sad or it could just be a wonderful, wonderful memory. It is totally personal. But let's not ignore what is written about. And there are real, true reasons why there is a tremendous amount of anxiety and sadness for a lot of older people. Now, Cedars-Sinai had, this is one of their articles. And so I've told you this before, when I do research, I try to get it from a fairly reasonable source. And like, I know I'm talking to you, I'm not the most reasonable source maybe, because I look too damn happy. And you have no idea what's going on in my life right now. I have a lot of reasons to sit here and go, oh my gosh, my life's just not great. I'm just not going there, because I really believe that I have the power to change the course of how tomorrow is going to look. There we go. Cedars-Sinai, there was an article. Older adults often have many worries: serious illness, fixed incomes after retirement, their loved ones' well-being, and mobility issues or hearing challenges that make daily life harder to navigate. But most people don't think of their aging parents or grandparents as having anxiety. So that's the younger, you guys over there, the younger ones looking over here. All right. Okay, an older adult might not always realize the toll their worries are taking on them either, or that help exists. All right, so I read that. I'm reading it. I'm not going to get specific. Let's see. We've got, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything I mentioned in there, we have going on right here, right now. Every one of them. But you know, attitude counts. And I've talked about this before, and people say, oh, well, you're not being realistic. Yes, I am. All of that's going on in my life and bills. And it's what I choose to do with that. I can either say, yes, that's what it's going to be. I can also say, well, you know, you guys, you know, I've got mobility issues, and you know how exhausted I've been after Bill being sick for 2 years. And oh, by the way, this is a new one. We have to move. Guess that. Oh my gosh. Do you know what? And we're renting. You know what the rents are in Vancouver? Oh my gosh. Is that devastating, or do I have other options? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But you know what? Everything's going to work out. Everything's fine. I know I have mobility issues. I know I'm working on it. I'm going to turn it around. You see, this is the thing. I have finally come to a place in my life, and only in the last 2 years, where I can totally celebrate myself. I feel nobody's looking over my shoulder anymore. I feel nobody's trashing me anymore. It's like I no longer have to apologize for my existence. I feel free. And you know, people say, well, you don't look your age. I don't feel my age. I don't feel my age. Even with all of that stuff, I couldn't believe it. I was reading. I thought maybe I was reading about somebody else. Then I said, Bill, every one of these things are applicable to us. So, you know, it's what you decide to do. And this is why when I say there is no future in your past, what I mean is you get to cherry pick. You get to pick on what you're going to bring with you, or what you decide. And maybe you're going to decide, hey, some people decide, I'm just going to dwell on all that stuff that's made me sad and that's made me unhappy, and the things that I feel I can never move forward on. And I'm going to just carry that around forever and a day. Now, the other thing, this was really cute that I want to share with you. And I didn't write the article down, but I thought it was so cute. And it was I'll write the name down below. She actually is a pastor, and she vlogs. And she had said that one of her 80-year-old parishioners had requested some time with her for guidance. And she said it's kind of cute. She goes, she was kind of blown away because she thought this lady's 80 years old, and she lost her husband about a year ago. And she came in all distraught because she was for sure like this is going to be about her husband and her loss, but anyway, she'd fallen in love. And she needed some guidance. You see, it's personal. And there's one thing that I can say is that I really truly think I've had so many as a younger woman, like in my 50s, even in my 40s. I had incredible older women around me who all had a real zest for life. I remember when we bought our place in Palm Springs, I was 49 and Bill was 56, or 7 years between us. And we were there, and I met all these great, incredible people, and a lot of them were snowbirds from the United States and from Canada, and they were all there to enjoy life. And so they influenced me a lot, because I saw people at 75, 80 years old, wanted to dance and sit down and have a happy hour and enjoy life. So it really, really is a choice. And I even have girlfriends around me where life is really difficult, where they're not maybe well, where they're on their own, that still kick off their heels. Yeah, they're the ones that can still wear heels. I can't. That are still saying, I'm still here and it doesn't matter. I'm going to give it my all. Now, there's one thing that I think is going to be, I know a lot of you are going to have a problem with me saying it, maybe, but this is real. This is real. We go, okay, so in what order is, like, when you look back on your life that people say, what does make life, I wish I'd have loved more. Well, I think I love hard, and I'm never going to have regrets about loving somebody not enough. I am not. I think I do that, and that's what I'm all about, because I never had any when I was younger. So that's my priority, is my priority. It's always been my priority. So that's not a regret I'm going to have when I'm 90 that I wish I would have loved more. I think to live well, we need our health. Our health is so important. If we don't have our health, nothing. And then you know what we need? Money. Because in order to live well and to have all the things accessible to you, to do some of the things that you want to do, you need money. That's to live in a comfortable place, to have a roof over your head. It takes money. A lot of people don't want to say money. But you know what? Money is a wonderful thing. It's what you do with money that makes it maybe controversial for a lot of people. But it's a wonderful thing. To have money, you can help people. You can make life better for yourself. You make life better for other people. And so I think that is really important to have as we age, and to still be able to enjoy life and do things, So I don't know. I go back to, there is no future in your past. Please take a moment and think about that, what I'm saying here. Take all the good memories and take all the lessons and leave all your baggage behind. I've done so many videos on baggage. Leave the baggage behind. I'm almost at 20 minutes. I gotta go. But it's personal. You get to decide. It's a good thing or it's a bad thing. But you know what? Have some fun with it. It'll show in everything you do. It'll show in your face. It'll show in your heart. It's just like, you gotta have a zest for life, no matter how old you are. And it doesn't matter how you present it or how you show it. If you're happy with it, it's going to show. That's all I got to say. So tell me, how scared are you of aging? I hope that helped some of you. I hope that helped Shelly a little bit. Shelly is, like I say, it's totally personal. And if you see somebody that looks so sad and they're not aging well, they've made a choice. I know people say, oh, well, they didn't make a choice. They didn't make a choice to get sick. They didn't make a choice. You know what the problem is? We read too many articles on what's supposed to go wrong with us as we age. You can get sick at any age and not have a life to live. So love is not off the table. Traveling isn't off the table. I don't know. Make a decision. I see people traveling in wheelchairs all the time, or with canes, or with crutches. I don't know. It's a choice. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. Bye. There's no future in your past.